Happy Wednesday. Nice bounce back today. If you can identify the reason, you're doing better than I can because there's not a lot of specific news out there. But all the stuff that's had a rough start to the week, Monday and Tuesday, bouncing back today. Let's just take a look here. Energy stocks, Exxon and Chevron are the biggest percentage gainers on the Dow Jones Industrial Average this morning here. Bank shares are also bouncing back nicely. Materials, these are all sectors that are under pressure when the coronavirus news is bad and better when it's better, but not a lot of change in the news situation right now. Consumer staples are underperforming overall this morning. Of course, oil's been a huge focus. Just want to mention the USO, that oil ETF that's been a focus of a lot of attention recently. They just announced this morning, by the way, they're engineering an 8-to-1 reverse stock split that will be effective on April 28th. So it'll be 8 times what the value is right now. The key is, we told you yesterday, the fund is no longer going to be investing in the front month futures contracts, the immediate front month. It'll be a mishmash of different futures contracts going out for several months in any combination that they really want to. And I think the important thing is right now they can't create new shares. They have waiting for approval for the SEC. So this ETF is trading at a significant premium to its net asset value right now. So it's kind of hard to value exactly what's going on here until we get more shares created. Overall, of course, we watch every day the number of companies withdrawing guidance. There's been a whole slew of them. You heard from the guys earlier, but Lyft, Chipotle, Kimberly-Clark, Navient, Amphenol, AT&T. Netflix provided guidance and then basically said it was guesswork. That was kind of amusing. I never heard that from a major company before. But you get an idea of just how difficult it is figuring out what stocks should be. Why are we opening so big today? Why were we down so big yesterday? You can't value earnings, a future stream of earnings, if you can't give any estimate on what the numbers are actually going to be. And this is why the VIX has been elevated. You notice the VIX had been coming down, and it's kind of stuck now around 42, 43, 44. That's a problem there because we're sitting there very, very highly elevated. It's better than 85 where it was a few weeks ago, but still that's elevated. It doesn't show any sign of going down at this point. All this volatility is really helping the exchanges out, though. You see NASDAQ reported earnings, great numbers, historic trading volumes. They had message traffic twice normal, options market twice normal, messaging traffic 3 times normal. These numbers were huge. NASDAQ, look at that. It's almost recovered all of its losses. The exchanges are one beneficiary of this. There are companies out that are trying to deal with their problems by doing secondaries. You can see some of the pressure on this here. United announced one last night, 5% discount. Darden's done one at a 5% discount. Carnival at a 38% discount. The market is telling you that this is sort of the last option available for companies, which is why I think you haven't seen a lot of companies doing that, because exactly what you're seeing right here. We do have some IPO news. Actually, not IPOs, SPAC news today. We've got a SPAC coming out today. This is Jamal Palahapiti's Social Capital Hito Sophia. This is the third one here. 72 million units. They're called units at $10. So we raised $720 million. That's quite impressive. By the way, this is going to go public on the New York Stock Exchange today. Pete Giacchi over at Citadel is going to be alone on the floor doing that. Shout out to Pete there. Hope he's all right. The NYSE, by the way, did get approval from the SEC to do electronic openings for IPOs and secondaries through May 15th. That's curious, and it tells me that there's companies out there that want to IPO, and that's interesting. Maybe Albertsons. So they've got the ability to do that through May 15th. When is the NYSE going to reopen? We don't know. They haven't told us. There's no date set up. Obviously, I'm talking to them, but there's several criteria that are obviously needed here. More medical screening. We've got to be able to make sure people are not virus infected on the floor. They're going to probably have a low density footprint when they open, and maybe we'll have masks and other changes in the workflow. So we don't have an opening date, but obviously the ability to assure people, guys, that people are safe on the floor is the most important thing.